Hello, boys. What can I get you? Okay, some white toast. Would you like butter or jam on that? Dry? Okay, dry white toast. And how about you, big fella? Oh, four fried chickens. Do you want legs or thighs? Oh, four whole fried chickens. So let me get this straight. Dry white toast, four fried chickens, and a Coke. Got it. Coming right up. Hello and welcome to Scott's Kitchen. You know, it's a kind of a dreary, rainy day here in Southern California. Don't really get too many of those days, but once in a while they do happen, and we kind of like it. It's kind of fun. Have a rainy day, stay inside. Makes you want to wear some, warm clothing and cook some hearty food. So today, what we're going to do is make pizza. And I know I made pizza before. We made some Detroit-style deep dish pizza. But there are really all kinds of ways that you can make pizza, and I think I'm going to do a series on just a bunch of different ways to make pizza. Some of them with, I want pizza but I don't have the right stuff, but we can still make it. So some of the ways that we're going to do that, obviously you can do a Boboli, pre-made, prefabricated pizza crust. You can do the Trader Joe's dough and put the dough out yourself. You can make the dough from scratch, and using your KitchenAid over there, food processor. Another way, really, my original way when I used to make when I was a little kid is with English muffins, English muffin pizza. It's actually really good. We'll do that one day. Also, lately we've been making a lot of ciabatta. These are from Costco. These are ciabatta out of the freezer, and you just cut them in half and then make your little pizzas on there. They're kind of thin and then they're crispy, and that's really good. But today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do French bread pizza. Now I know you're saying, Scott, but you have garlic bread from Stater Brothers. This is the garlic bread you can get in any supermarket. Comes in a foil pack. You put it in the oven when you're having some Italian meal. It has, it's split and it has garlic butter in the middle, and slice it and it's delicious. And I know what you're saying, Scott, you can't make pizza out of that, right? Well, wait for it. Come on, think about it. Yeah, we're gonna make pizza out of garlic bread. It's not very expensive. It's delicious. I'm not gonna say that it's, healthy food or diet food of any kind, but on a rainy, cold day, when you want something hearty, this is going to fit the bill. We're going to do it two ways. We're going to do a regular, ground sausage and pepperoni standard with, this and this mozzarella cheese, and then we're going to do a Hawaiian since we have two halves. So regular, and we're going to do Hawaiian. Now I know what you're saying, Hawaiian. Don't be haters. A lot of people like Hawaiian pizza. A lot of people don't like Hawaiian pizza. I'm not going to judge. We're going to make some, and if you like it, fine. If you don't make it. Don't eat it. But that's what we're going to do, and let's get started. First thing we're going to do is put the garlic bread in the oven. I know you're thinking, why is he putting it in the oven? The problem is that if you just open it up cold like this and peel it off, the kind of garlic butter it peels off the bread or sticks to one side or whatever. Put it in the oven, it's all going to melt, and then when we open them up, it's going to kind of be even. Directions are on the back. It's a nice morning to start the oven because it's kind of cold, and we'll get going. We're going to do all of our cooking today on this kind of cookie sheet or flat pan. It's a Calphalon. It's a really nice thick metal. It's not going to deform and everything in the oven. I use this for a lot, you can tell. And I'm just going to cover it with foil just for ease of cleanup. And you have your regular foil. It doesn't really quite fit. So what I like to do is use the heavy duty and then roll it out there and cover it. Just tucking around the edges so it doesn't come off. And now we've got a nice surface to do all of our cooking. And we'll just pop this in the oven to kind of melt the garlic butter. I think the first thing I want to do today is I have a little hot Italian sausage with a little bit of marinara sauce. I made a pasta dish last night, and this was kind of left over, so that's cold from the refrigerator. That's going to go on one pizza, and I think I'll chop up some of this pepperoni. You've seen me use a food processor to grind it, but I think it's just easier just to chop it into little pieces and then put it in there, mix it around, and we're going to do that right now. And we've already got kind of a lot of meat for just one half of the pizza, because the other half is going to be Hawaiian, remember. And what I kind of like to do is just separate these pepperonis a little bit, and then just kind of cut them. Nice sharp knife. Just like little dicey squares is all we want. We'll turn it, and then we can have little squares. Wonder what Chrissy Hind is doing today. She's probably in her Malibu beach house or something in LA. Maybe she's making pizza. I don't know. We'll just kind of put this in there and mix it in. Oh, come on, baby. Hitting the road. Come on now. In the middle of the road, yeah. Let's kind of mix this up. This is going to be one freaking heavy duty meat lovers French bread pizza side. Okay, that looks pretty good. That's our topping ready to go on. Okay, so I just kind of took half of this Canadian bacon and put half of it in a baggie and put it in the refrigerator for something else. And I'm going to chop that up, and then we have our sauce that we're going to put on top of both sides of the pizza. And this has a little meat in it too. I think I have a little bit too much of everything from last night's pasta meal, but that's okay. We will deal with it. I'm just going to kind of cut this up into little chunks. Maybe they'll get all crispy along with the pineapple on top as it bakes in the oven. And I can hear our French bread, our garlic bread in there, just kind of cooking away. It says 7 to 8 minutes, and I think it's probably been about 5. So a couple more minutes, and then we'll be done. And then look at how nice that's gonna be all chunked up. So next I'm gonna open this pineapple. I got crushed. I think the big chunks are too much, and I don't know, this was probably about the best I could think of. I definitely want to get rid of a lot of this water. So I'm going to drain it, and then I think I'm going to paper towel it off to try to soak up as much, because you don't want soggy pizza. French bread pizza is supposed to be real crispy. Okay, so I took out the garlic bread, and that should be warm. And I just left the oven going on a cold day like this. I'm just going to kind of leave the oven going. It'll warm up the house, and it'll be very nice. I thought of getting a separate bowl for this pineapple, which I've drained, but I thought, well, why not just put it together? It's going to go together anyway. And I'll kind of do this. Then my idea is I think I'm going to get a paper towel and kind of pat it. Let's see how that goes. Just trying to get kind of all the moisture out of there. And look at that. Look at it soak that up. Just to kind of try to get it dry, because we want nice sort of singed pineapple ends and singed Canadian bacon. So I think that's like perfect setup, ready for our toppings. Well, wouldn't you know it, the sun's kind of coming out. It's a sunny morning, but they said it's supposed to rain a little bit more later today, so we'll see how that goes. But boy, the sun is coming out right now. It's looking really pretty right after a rain. All right, let's see what we got here. Feels warm. Whoa, look at that. That's crazy looking. I don't know what. Did that like pop or something? We'll throw that throw the bag out, and then let's peel this off. Okay, perfect. That worked perfectly. Okay, so you see, this side is nice. This side has kind of a bulge on it, and I think what I'm going to do is try to cut that off. Let me see if I can do that. I should probably get like a bread knife or something, but I should probably try to keep my hand out of the way. But, and I think Willie's going to get that. Right, buddy? You want this? He says yes. Let's see. Oh, and that fits perfectly like that. There we go. Let's start putting toppings. When I'm eating that little leftover piece, shows Willie over there. Man, this is really good. Okay, the oven just sounded that it's at temperature. We're going to use some Stater Brothers mozzarella. I use almost all Stater Brothers products. The sausage, the pepperoni, the pineapple, this, of course, this bread. And you're like, wait a minute, Scott, what are you doing? You're putting the cheese on first. Don't you put sauce on first? Nope, I do not. I like to put my cheese on first and then put that on. And another idea of like how I'm going to cook this. I want all the cheese to melt. So I'm going to make sure that I put it on like 375 at the oven. So I'm going to cook it kind of low, 375, just for maybe 10 minutes to kind of cook everything and melt everything. And then after that, I'm going to crank it up to like 425, maybe 450. I may even put on the convection bake and to kind of brown the top and crispy it up. So I know most pizza ovens are really hot and they just put them in for a short amount of time. But with something like this, and I'm putting so much toppings on it, I kind of like to cook it through and through first, you know, at kind of a relatively low temperature, and then at the end, like 3 to 5 minutes at the end, crank up the temperature to make it brown and crispy. Okay, pizza sauce going on. I just like to spoon it. I don't mind that some of the sausage is getting on the Hawaiian one. Which do we want to be the Hawaiian one? I don't know. Pick. Front one, back one. Anyway, we just kind of keep going on like this. And then I use the back of the spoon just to kind of spread it out. I spent a little bit of time making sure that I got the sauce all spread out around it, but I think that looks great. Now's the time when I like to add the base seasonings. I'll add the Italian seasoning after, once it's all done, but black pepper and crushed red pepper I like to add underneath the toppings. So let's go ahead and put that on now. And after this, I'll do the crushed red pepper. You know, seasoned to taste. We like pretty spicy food, Lily and I, so we're going to add a lot of this on there. But you don't have to. If you want to put it on, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. Whatever you like. Okay, so I think what I'll do is the Hawaiian one, I'm just going to mix this up. It is traditional to have some crushed red pepper in here, so why don't we add a little bit of that now? I don't know if you can see that. Sorry if it's to the side. I'm going to add a little crushed red pepper, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is traditional. So we're just going to mix that around before we put it on, and then just kind of pile it on here. Oh, this is going to be so good. I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but this is the way I'm doing it. And then, after we get it all on there, we're just going to spread it out kind of same way with the back of the spoon. And there's not quite a lot of pineapple over on this side, but that's okay. It'll all taste good. And then here, I think I'm going to meter this a little bit. I don't think I'm going to put all of this on here. because that would make like a monster meal. It's just a lot of meat. So maybe about half of this, I think, and then just kind of spread it around. Okay, so I've got some of this meat left over, and I don't want to pile this too much. I'll just save that for maybe our English muffin pizzas or ciabattas. So now I think I'm just going to add a little Parmesan cheese, kind of the fake stuff. You know, nothing like good old fake Parmesan cheese. Sprinkle it a little bit on here. I don't know if this goes on traditional Hawaiian pizza. Not sure, but I'm doing it. And then oregano, basil, whatever the heck is in quote-unquote Italian seasoning. Wow, that looks awesome. Okay, let's put it in the oven. We've got it there in the oven, kind of on high, like a high rack. I guess I could lower that rack down actually. I think I'm going to do that. There, and that's better. Okay, so it's been in there about 10 minutes. So let's, rather than 375, let's crank it up, turn it to convection bake at about 425. I've had a chance to do the dishes, which makes some use of my time. I think that might be done. Let's grab it out of the oven. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Now we're gonna let that stand about 5 minutes, and then we'll cut it up and try it. Pizza, order up. Okay, so let's slide these off. Oh my God, wow, it's crispy. Very crispy. It's a little stuck. It's okay. Oh, where that break in it was. Ah. So this is falling apart. Okay, let's just try to get this one off. Because I think where that hole we saw in the top, it's kind of failing me here. Wow, look at that cheese. That is so good. Oh my God, it's so crispy. Let's just try to get part of this off without... God. That is just oozing. My God, that looks good. Okay, so I know I'm using the wrong knife, but let's cut ourselves a piece. Let's cut a piece of this. Oh my God, listen to that crunch. Woo! This is a mess, but it's a beautiful mess. So that's the meat lovers. And then let's see if we can maybe cut an end piece off of here, off the pineapple. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to eat the meat lovers with a fork. So let's just taste the pineapple Hawaiian. Oh my God. So much flavor. That is really good. Easy, fun, not that expensive, and great eating. Delicious. Thanks for watching. All right. Gonna be delicious.